Well, it's time to review this. Okay, here's the categories for my movie reviews. Story, special effects, characters, and you're probably wondering what would be other. Anything that is specific to the genre that the movie falls in. Since this is a action horror, and I do mean horror in the loosest sense, the fourth category will be action. Now let's get started. I don't see why people are complaining about the movie story. It's got Blade, it's got Deacon Frost fighting his mother, turning him into a half-human, half-vampire. It has his wise old mentor trying to help him. And it has Blade kicking ass. Especially getting to kick and kill Deacon Frost. Which I haven't gotten that far in his comic history. Doesn't happen, or it takes a long time in the comics to happen. So they just ordered up the process. It's basically the Tim Burton's Batman, just replace Batman with Blade. It hits all the same notes, and does its job as a superhero movie very effectively. I don't know why people said, "Oh, this sucks." Well, let's get on to the action, because I do want to show that clip off I've been meaning to show. Now, what could I be referring to with clip? Well, what could I be referring to? Oh yeah! Remember I said in my previous reviews, well, my previous video game reviews, since those were the only two I did before this, that I will show a clip from the game. Well, I also will be doing the other section to show a clip from the actual movie. So, what are my thoughts on the action? Let's just say this.
Kill him. Wait! I owe you, man. I got 2 new hands, Blade. I don't know which one to use to kill you with.
If that wasn't the best action I had seen in this lifetime from a movie before the year 2000, then I'm crazy. I've literally gone on full-on bananas and need to be put out of my misery. Because that was some of the best action I've seen from an early superhero movie. not counting Batman or Superman, because Blade wasn't a heavy hitter like those guys. As in popularity, don't get me wrong, he's still popular, but he's not like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, or he's not Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. He's not that iconic. He's not that level of iconicity. Sure, he does have more iconicity than the Guardians of the Galaxy, but at least the action in this film is what I expected for a Blade film, and it's awesome. Now, moving on to the next thing. Special effects. Now, the special effects are actually really good, and I like that they went with the disintegration effect. It allows people who are more blood-phobic to actually watch something like this, and for them to go all out with the wounds and how they kill the vampires without having to be overly gory. It allows the action to be over the top while still making sense, unlike except for the yeah, never mind, I'm not even gonna mention that. I'll wait till I actually review that film before I even mention that scene. Next, because I know what you're probably going to be thinking. There's only 2 categories left. Well, 1 category left. Sorry. Duh. Characters. Now, why have I been putting this one off? Well, let's just say, yeah. What could I do? I know. And
surprise, motherfucker.
I actually like the characters. And I know what you're saying. Ang, I hear ya. But Wesley Snipes as Blade is actually awesome. I don't see a problem. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's better than the stinking version from the Spider-Man cartoon of the 90s, which was surprisingly good, and I can't for the life of me understand why the nostalgia critic hates it so much. Or why anyone, for that matter, hates it. Oh well. Oh. His girlfriend isn't too helpless. And for the most part, her being helpless is shown as she's new to vampires, so she's not been in the vampire hunting industry as long as Blade or his mentor. Heck, number 3, which I haven't seen completely, actually gives us a glimpse of what can happen who has been in the hunting business for a while and is athletic. Moving on. On his wise old mentor is basically Yoda and Obi-Wan put together. They're only he's got a bit of a mouth on him, which is actually pretty good. But he kind of reminds me of Samus from Jak and Daxter. They're really good overall. All the characters are good. Now, I know what I forgot to do was give each category a rating. And I will do that right now. Okay, the final score for each category is story 7.7 out of 10. And special effects, 7 out of 10. Action, 8 out of 10. Characters, 7.5 out of 10. And the final score for the entire movie is a 7.55 out of 10. Or, if that's too much work for you, a 75.5%, or a solid C. Slightly below what I think of Sly Cooper. Not a bad movie, just an average superhero movie. Pretty good for what it was, and I enjoyed the entire thing.